All right, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Go Follow Up podcast with me, your host, Jonathan Moore. Today, I am here with my co-host, John Jackson Mill, and we have a special guest who is Khalil Jackson, CEO of Go Believe. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling wonderful as always. Glad to be here. Glad to be on show number 4. Quattro.
Yeah, here's show number 4.
The best.
Lucky number 4, man.
Yeah, you know what they say, 4th time's the charm.
That's right.
That is what they say.
So you say.
So what's going on, man? So you know what? I'm interested. I met you before. We're here today at the Pyramid Club in Philadelphia. I met you here initially at a was that a fundraiser or
like a mixer networking event?
Mixer networking event. Okay, and it was what was that for? It was like during Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, it was like November 18th.
Yeah. Okay.
It was for Phil Abundance, actually. We were giving canned goods for Phil Abundance. The honorary of that event.
All right. Well, there you go. And look at that. And now I met Khalil. We talked a little bit about your company and what it is that you were doing. And I just thought you were a very interesting guy. So, I wanted to bring you onto the podcast, kind of talk to you, hear about your story. So why don't you tell us, for anybody who doesn't know who you are, what it is that you do? Or, tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do.
All right, so I work with a company called Go Believe. Not really work with it. I actually helped start it.
Okay.
A company called Go Believe. What we do is we educate through entertainment, apparel, and mobile apps. So what we do is we entertain with stage plays, productions. We actually have a stage play called Karma 101 to our high schools and colleges, helping boost the retention rate. So that was the entertainment. We have our own clothing line. It has shirts that say, I'm a believer, believe, because we want to help people feel empowered. So our company is all about empowering people. So the clothing line, we want people to believe that they can achieve whatever they put their mind to. So that's why we push our clothing line. Then the mobile apps, we have an app that helps people with legal services, identity theft protection, and business consulting services. Plus, we also develop apps for people within our company, along with other things that we do. That's too long for the show.
Man, you got a lot of stakes in the fire there. That's pretty interesting, man. Yeah. So why don't you tell me how did this all start? What made you want to create this company, Go Believe?
Okay, so Go Believe actually started from me and my business partner, Go Banda. We knew each other since kindergarten. And when we were younger, we used to draw together. So we were cartoonists, little cartoonists.
Okay.
And we used to have little clubs that we used to have together. We were always like partners doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So then we grew up, and then we was like, we both stopped drawing. We suck at art now. So then he was a music artist, and he was working on getting his album and everything out there. And then it's like, kids are the best people to market to. So then he's like, oh yeah, I need to get into schools. And then we started doing stage play. We put together a stage play, and then we was like, this stage play could teach kids about college. And then we did that, and then we put music aside there on one of the parts. So then it kind of worked out, and now we really had the mission of going out there and just teach them how to get through college. But that's how that started. And with it being a kind of production company, now I have cartoonists and different people working on my ideas to help still create my cartoons. Because even though I don't draw well, they do. It's what they want to do. So that's how that kind of came about. From it was work.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We've been working on it for 25 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Work in progress.
How about that, man?
Yeah.
So you started off. You were a cartoonist, so you were just always into creative things.
Yeah, always.
And then it was from the play that what really like launched it forward.
It was one of the things.
Okay.
So it was from the play because before we did the play, we already had the T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
We had the I'm a Believer T-shirts.
Okay.
And we actually had a radio show.
Okay.
Ourselves that ran for like a year and a half, 2 years.
What kind of show was it?
It was a show for the underground artists in Philadelphia. So we were giving them chances to be on the radio and get a shine without having to pay the big bucks like they do with other stations.
Yeah,
sure.
So we hit about 500,000 people with our radio station. It was 88.1.
Okay.
So WPEB 88.1 out in West Philly. Shout out to WPEB.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were there and we had a show. We had a lot of artists come through. Some are big names now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to name drop anybody, but I'm gonna let you know one of our people that we played his music first and was backing him first.
Mm-hmm.
He now is one of the main characters on the show Empire.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow, that's impressive.
Not gonna mention his name, but yeah, we also talked with the real Rick Ross.
Okay. That's what's up.
We had Vin Rames at our station.
Wow.
Billy the Kid. We had a lot of people. It was a good time, and that's really what got us. One of our first things.
But you're not going to name drop, right?
Yeah, you're not gonna name drop.
Oh, I didn't want to name drop the other guy.
Don't feel bad about it. We kind of want to know. It's a lot of
Absolutely.
suspense because that's one of my favorite shows.
It is
Empire.
the youngest brother.
Is he from Philly?
He's from Philly. Yeah, it's
Is
the
he?
greatest. That's
How
his
about
rap
that?
name. Yeah, it's the greatest.
I didn't even know he was from Philly.
He was like 15 years old.
Shut really?
Yeah, we were.
Wow.
It was a while ago, man. That was like a while
You've
ago.
been doing this for a while then, huh?
Yeah, that was like 8 years ago.
So when did you realize that you had something special with Karma 101? Like, when was it when you got your first deal and you
Yeah.
realized, hey, like, we can really make a business out of this?
We realized we had something special with it when we created the message. Period. Because we already knew that it was a lack of education on college coming from our friends, because a lot of our friends dropped out of college. We had like 30 friends go to college. Probably like 10% of them graduate.
Yeah.
I'm lying. Probably 15%.
Okay.
Like 3 to 5.
Right. Okay. All right.
So and they graduated, but the other ones just left with a receipt.
Right.
So we took their issues and trials and tribulations to put them aside stage play because people they don't know. Because what my business partner said at one of our meetings when we were telling it to the school, he said something that he didn't even realize was so powerful. But he's like, kids go from having to raise their hands to go to the bathroom to being able to wake up whenever they want.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's a transition.
You go from living with your parents to having an apartment.
Right.
Yep.
Doing what you want.
Doing what you want. When you're young, you're not ready for that.
Yeah.
I faced those struggles myself. I could
Didn't
have
we
used
all?
your play, yeah. I wish that was around when I was in college.
Didn't we all? Yeah. You kind of could have used that play as well.
Yeah. But and that's it. And we get remarks like that. Like
Right.
people don't realize it.
Right.
So, kids think they just go to school to turn up, have fun,
Right.
get laid.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, right?
And that's stuff you
It's like
can
a
do,
social
but
thing.
you gotta
Right.
be.
It's a social, but after a while it turns into like a social thing, and as opposed to actually about the education.
Yeah, there needs to be a balance of both of those things, definitely.
And then we also
happy mediums.
we also like to let the kids know that you guys, this is the best marketing opportunity for you because you get to network with people that's going to be spread across the whole country
Right.
that you'll always be connected with.
Right.
So you go into a business where you're selling, you can always call someone, your friends, right, ahead of a corporation, or in the HR or something where they can
Right.
bring you in.
Right.
So I'm like, that's a great networking ground.
Yeah. Yeah. That's important, man. Relationships, building relationships.
Yep.
Yes.
Very, very important. So you got a lot of stakes in the fire, right? You were saying that you got the T-shirts, you got the play, you got the app. But what is it in your company right now that has you the most excited?
My interns.
Okay.
I love teaching. So if you look at my LinkedIn, Khalil Jackson, it will say life changer. That's my label.
I like that.
Like, that's my title. I don't. That's my goal is to help other people understand things that they may not have known before.
Yeah.
Because I know when I was coming up, I had a lot of things that I didn't know.
Right.
And I was like, I heard this great saying, and I was like the last part of the saying. It's like, it's things in life you know. There's things in life you don't know. And there's things in life you don't know. And those are things that hurt the worst.
Right.
And I didn't know that I didn't know a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I had a mentor that was able to coach me and train me to get me to wherever I wanted to be.
Absolutely.
So I'm able to do that with my interns, let them know things that they didn't know they didn't know.
Yeah.
and help scope them into better people if they want to take it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know what? I agree with you, man. As school teachers, it's really it is. It is about empowerment, man. It just you try to tell them or teach them the things that you wish somebody would have had told you when you were younger.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes it can be a little difficult when you're young, because it's just like. I don't know.
First off, you don't want to listen to anybody.
Well, yeah, you know everything first and foremost, right? But at the same time, it's kind of like it's like you said, people they'll preach say for example going to college, but they won't tell you like the downside if you don't finish, that bill that you're going to be stuck with when you come out, because super expensive these days, man. So just like small things like that, man, and really, like you said, man, just. You go from raising your hand to just being able to do whatever you want. So they need some game.
Yeah.
Young kids need some game, man.
So, I mean, one of the things you're doing is obviously helping a lot of people get through challenges.
Yeah.
What were some of the biggest challenges that you faced kind of, starting the business and even prior to starting that business that, kind of made you want to help a lot of these other people?
Let's see if I can use this word correctly. Is it discrimination?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's one of the things that was one of my biggest challenges. Discriminations. People discriminate you for everything. Like, they could discriminate you because they don't like your shirt, or because of your age, or how you look, or how you wear your hair.
You wear shorts.
Because you wear shorts. I'm still fighting for the laws to wear shorts. I have some shorts. But, like discrimination. Like, being a young businessman. One of my mentors, he taught me keep my stuff cut low. So I would keep my hair cut low so that I don't look too aggressive or anything towards people. I'm comfortable now, so I wear my hair how I want to.
Right.
But when I was first starting off in business, people used to discriminate because I was young, because of my race, because of my squeaky voice.
Right.
To me, I sound like Barry White. But for some reason, when I listen back, the squeaky guy comes over the phone. But people discriminate for different reasons. And one of the biggest barriers was my age and me not coming from a business background.
Right.
So people would look at me and say, how would you be able to tell me how to do something and I'm twice your age? You can't tell me anything. You haven't been through what I've been through.
Right.
And they don't want to listen to someone from my age. Even though I work on being the opposite of the people that I don't like. Because the people that discriminate on me, I see that they like to talk at people. And they talk at me, tell me who I am, what I do, and all these things. I'm like, you must know someone that I don't know, because that's not what I do. I'm about this. And discrimination was one of my biggest issues. Me and my business partner, we actually did a speech before on, what was the speech? It was on how to connect with your elders, and the elders connect with us. It was on disconnect. Bang! It was on the disconnect between the elders and the youth. Okay. So we were at this event, and people are supposed to embrace the youth, right? Because they always say, "Oh, these kids are crazy. Right? No, they're not doing nothing with their lives." So we're at an older event for older people. It was community of leaders. It was a community of leaders event, and they were talking about how we all need to come together as a people and do things together and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, great message. We were supposed to go in at 10 o'clock in the morning. So 10 o'clock come, the guy pushes us back. Oh, I don't know these young guys. He let some older people talk. Then we were supposed to go in again. He let some older people talk. He kept pushing us back and pushing us back. Luckily, he pushed us back far enough to where we opened up for Al Sharpton, so it still worked out.
Wow. Look at that, right?
But, so it still works out. But we were young people. We came with a message. We were trying to help them because they're saying what they want to do and what they're working on. They're mad that none of the youth is joining their movements.
Right.
And it's because of how they're treating the youth, because how they were treating us.
Right. You're the prime example.
They sat in the chairs where all the older people that spoke. As soon as it was our chance to get up and speak, half the room got up and left. And came back without him.
Wow.
I'm like,
my message is just as important as theirs, right?
Even more so because they're trying to connect with that generation.
You're
that generation. Just ask me how to connect with me.
And we bring about 30 millennials with us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we bring all the young people to the event.
Right.
Exactly.
And they're seeing how you're treating us, and we're their leaders, and it's like,
right.
Come on.
Right.
So that was some of the discrimination being shown.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, we spoke about it on stage after we were done. People was like, oh, you guys were great.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah, blah. We like, yeah, I hope y'all taped it for the people that left.
Right.
But, that's a part. That was a big boundary for me, discrimination.
Yeah. So you overcame a lot of that, or you probably still deal with it to some degree, maybe not as much anymore. So what, at this moment, is your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge right now is, what is my biggest challenge? Consistency. Consistency is the biggest challenge for me right now. So, and me, I'm a person that always, with everything that happens, always bring it back to myself. Like, all right, they're discriminating. What am I doing that's causing their discrimination to make them feel like they need to discriminate against me?
Right.
So it must be something inside of me that they're discriminating on. Even though I know it's all them.
Right.
I'm always looking for a reason to grow.
Right.
So, but just being consistent, I'm like, I get consistent on one thing and this thing falters. I get consistent on another. So my consistency with something else always makes an inconsistency somewhere else.
Right.
So I'm working on, my main thing right now is making a congruent consistency.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? Congruent consistency?
Sounds good to me. I
Sounds
like
good.
it.
Don't Google it, listeners, please. I'm sounding smart right now.
Congruent consistency.
It's a word now if it wasn't before. So.
Yeah, so that's what I'm working on, my consistency being congruent and me not lacking anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There will always be lack, but I want to lack in the least important areas.
Mm-hmm.
I lack sometimes in some of the most important areas.
Right.
For example, we had an event where we had a football player coming to speak at this club.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot all about it, and I told him I was going to be here.
Oh man!
In all fairness, I didn't make it either, so don't feel too bad about it.
But what's crazy was I was being consistent in another area because I was doing something here with somebody,
right?
And then they showed up, and I was like, "Oh!" So like, you gonna be at the event tonight, right? I was like, "What event?" Like, you're in this thing. You sure already know? I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be there." So I ended up being here,
right?
But not on purpose, right? Wrong time. So I was consistent with that. I was kind of inconsistent with that, but they kind of came together.
Right. They still, all gel together.
But it should have been more on my mind.
Right.
Because, you want your word to be golden. So it's like, if I say I'm going to do something, I want to do it.
Right. Absolutely.
So I want my word to be so golden that I don't have to say anything and people still know it's getting done.
Right.
It's like, I didn't even call Khalil, man. I hope he got this. Then they show up, they're like, wow, Khalil set this all up. Like, yeah,
It's just what I do.
Mr. Consistency.
There you go. Mr. Consistency, dependable. People love those things.
Yeah.
So now here's kind of a little off the wall question. So if Go Believe, okay, was a movie character, who would they be? What would that character be? Or who would that character be?
It would be Deadpool.
It's so weird you even said that because I caught the tail end of that movie today before I left the house. It's so weird you even said that.
So my business partner might say something different than me.
So why Deadpool?
It would be Deadpool because we have a lot of fun inside our company. We have a lot of fun, but we get things done.
Okay.
So Deadpool, he has a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. When you watch the movie, he gets stuff done.
Yeah, he does.
So he got his goal. And what was Deadpool's what was his tagline?
I forget the tagline.
Maximum effort.
Maximum effort. There you go. Yeah, it was.
All the time.
And he got it all back at the end, right?
So, and that's what we like. Maximum effort inside our company. As we're having fun and getting things done. Maximum effort.
Man.
Well played.
I know, right?
Yeah. Nailed that one.
Nailed it.
I ask weird questions to people all the time. So when you ask me a weird question, like, oh, I'm ready.
You were. I did not see that answer coming. Deadpool. I didn't see that answer coming, but I like that one right there, man.
Thanks. I like thinking on my feet.
You always did some unique things. I came to one of your events that you were hosting. It was a networking event based around video gaming. How did that whole event start? Actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do events as well in our company. So,
y'all got a lot going on in there, man.
Yeah, so what we did is we put together a gaming event because we figured, gamers are always on at home on their game consoles, talking over the phone, networking. But gamers are professionals too because they have to be. Right. Because I'm a gamer and I'm professional. I'm like, you guys have to be doing something. So we gave gamers the opportunity to be able to come network and whoop some butt while networking and working towards a prize. So we put together our gaming tournaments where it was a higher class gaming tournament where people was able to dress up, in their nice suit and ties.
Okay.
And come network and play some games. It was pretty good. We had accountants, we had lawyers, we had a lot of different people there gaming.
Right.
I was like, wow, nerds are awesome.
What's your favorite game? Or how about this? What game were you the best at?
Well, my favorite game is Super Smash Brothers.
Okay.
That's the game that we had a gaming tournament with. Okay. Super Smash Brothers and Tekken. The game
Tekken.
Yeah. Tekken 7 just came out.
Look at that.
Man.
Tekken is rolling, man.
I think I was a kid. Another networking event around gaming. Tekken 7 night.
We need to, yeah. I didn't play it yet, so I'm going to get whooped, but...
Well, you got a little skill, right?
No, I got skill.
Play one Tekken,
I'm
play them all.
Somebody, I'm going to whoop somebody. But the game I'm the best in would have to be... I don't know. I don't really have a game that I'm the best in because I guess it would be Smash Brothers. I'm still not the best player, but that's the game I'm the best at.
Right.
That in Tekken, I could never lose my skill, and I still know how to fight. But yeah, I'm a trash talker, so I'll get my wins then. Yeah. Ask anybody from my gaming tournaments. I talk the most trash, and I get my butt whooped.
Here we go.
But I talk so much trash that I get some wins out. I knock them off.
Right.
It's part of the strategy,
Oh yeah, you always gotta have a strategy.
Yeah, so I guess my best game is the game of playing with people while I'm playing a video game. That's the game I'm best at.
There you go. What's the name? Let me ask you. Now, how do you deal with trash talkers?
How do I deal with trash?
Whether it be in gaming or business, or just in life.
I embrace them. I love trash talk.
Hell yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it keeps the mind young. You gotta be able to snap back. So I do construction as well. So I do heat and air conditioning. And all construction workers do is crack jokes all day. Everyone's a comedian. So you always gotta be ready for a comeback.
Right.
Whenever they say something to you. So it keeps your mind young, That's why I love trash talk.
You think working in an environment like that helps you in an environment like this? Because I know what you're talking about. I used to do construction. We were talking about that. I used to do sheet metal for years.
Yeah.
So it is like that when you're out on jobs. It's like a lot of shit talking going on and everything else.
Oh, we can curse on you?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we can curse.
I'm not going to curse.
You don't have to, but, it's okay.
I was censoring myself this whole time. It was so awkward.
Don't.
Everything goes on John's
just podcast. It's okay, man. It's all good. You know what I mean? If there's little ones listening, we'll just give like a little warning before the show. Say, hey, you got the little ones around, put the earbuds in or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
little disclaimer.
Yeah. So you feel like that helps you in these type of situations, right? It's a little different. Like y'all got the suits on today, right? So. Does that help or?
I think that it does help because it's always gonna be because even in suits, people in suits are some trash talkers too.
Oh yeah,
it's just less vulgar most of the time.
Okay,
sometimes it's more vulgar. So it prepares you for it, you know, because you can hit them from somewhere that you can hit them from an angle that they weren't looking, because they're having more of a classy type comedy, and you know they may think that's nasty, but then you're like, oh, I'll hit you with this thing I heard in construction, bang, they're like, whoa,
right.
This guy's awesome. You get the contract, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Right. That's what's up, man. You know what? So you were talking about you know, the construction. You're doing that. It's like you're from the job site to like the boardroom, right? You were talking about in your earlier days how you try to keep everything close cut. You try to keep clean and all that other good stuff.
I even had a body up.
Whoa! Not anymore.
Not anymore. My girl won't allow me. She said, if I get a body, I'll get a new girl.
Oh man! You tell her, she act up. Say, listen, I'm gonna take you up on that offer. Anytime she started acting crazy, like I'm going to the barbershop, keep playing around. No, I'm joking. When did you like just start feeling comfortable? Like when did you just say, you know what, like man, I am who I am. I'm coming as I am. Just accept me for who I am.
I guess when I was probably about 24, 25, around 25 years old, I started feeling pretty comfortable. I kind of did some pretty good things in business. So I was like, you know, I did all this as a young person. I feel confident in myself. I build up my posture, you know, because you got to build up your, what do they say, the 3 C's.
What are they?
You build up your competence.
Okay.
So I could build up my competence in business, which build up my confidence, and now I get compensated from 3 C's.
Well, look at that.
So then I
never heard that one before.
So, you know, I'm pretty confident in myself now, so I'm like, take it or leave it. It's something that, it sounds kind of harsh sometimes, but I teach all my interns this. I say, always remember this. You want to come with the thought process of, you need me more than I need you.
Right.
Because then you won't go out begging. So, I'm like, and don't look at it as like something real arrogant or nasty. It's like, no, I have a skill set, I have talents that no one else has that they won't be able to bring to your table.
Right.
Because, you know, I'm like, you're a graphic designer, what else do you know how to do? They're like, oh, I can do this, that, this. All right, awesome. So now you have other things that other graphic designers will do. They probably only draw or they probably only create logos, but you draw, create logos, and you're good on the phone.
Right.
So you're more valuable to that company.
Right.
So now you're not begging. And I know that's how I started. You know, once I built up my confidence, I'm able to tell them that because that's when I started getting jobs. Like, you know, I do construction. I was good at math, so I passed the test. I didn't feel like going to college. I wanted to go the construction route, so I like earning while I'm learning.
Okay.
So I went that route. But before that, I never got hired for jobs at all. Like, I put thousands of apps. No one ever hired me. The only jobs I ever had was the ones that my brother worked at, and he pulled me in with him. After I built my confidence, I got offered opportunities to teach. I taught at Girard College for a year and a half.
Get out of here. What do you teach?
I taught nutrition.
What's this guy? Nutrition?
Jack of all trades.
I know, man.
I've been vegan. This is my 6th year going to be vegan.
Oh, wow, man. I don't know if you get a congratulations for that.
So, yeah, I should. I pat myself on the back.
That's impressive accomplishment.
For sure.
Yeah. And before I was vegan, I was a bodybuilder. So, I know about health a little bit. Yeah. Sorry, I do a lot. So, I built up that confidence because now I got hired to. I also got a job teaching a class on screen printing.
Okay.
Because of my t-shirt company.
Okay.
Did I ever screen print before that job? No. But they said they were going to pay me. They said, I was like, now I don't screen print. I was like, I pay someone to do it. It's like, yeah, but you got a company doing it, don't you? I was like, yes, but I don't. He's like, yeah, we need someone to teach this, man. You know it. I was like, okay.
I guess I did.
So then I went to my sensei YouTube. Learn how to screen print. Went to the class and got paid for it. It was awesome. And I did other things that I got paid for.
Right.
After I didn't want a job no more. I was like, I don't want no job. I was dodging my union for a while. I mean, I was just out of work.
It was a little slow. It was slow season.
Slow season. It was slow season. It was slow 3 years.
That's awesome, man.
So yeah, but I built up my confidence, man. Now that's why I tell my students my interns, because like after I built that confidence, everyone wants me, and I'm turning down jobs. When I went to the superintendent of Philadelphia, the guy stage playing side, he gave us an okay to go to the schools in Philly to do our tour.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Oh, you did nutrition at Girard College?" Because that's back when they were going through the firing everybody, so I had to get out of there.
Right.
He's like, "Oh, I have 6 schools that need you right now." And then he tried to give me a schedule, and I was like, "Nah,
slow your roll,
I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't want to teach there that bad.
Yeah.
I like doing what I'm doing." So, yeah, that's why I tell them, you need me more than I need you. I come with skill sets, and once I started having that mindset, jobs started coming to me.
Right.
And I don't even want jobs. So I'm like, since I'm turning them down, there's jobs out there for you guys to take.
Right. They're creating opportunities for others now.
Yeah. So,
what's one bit of advice you would give to the next entrepreneur trying to start something up?
Always be learning. And I meant to say it like that.
All right.
Always be learning.
Always be learning.
Because you never know too much, and you never know enough. So you want to keep on with your growth. So make sure you read. If you don't like reading, read 1 page a day. You read at least a good book and a half a year if you read 1 page a day. Build it up to 10 pages. That's how I started off. I hated reading. I never read. From high school to about 21, when I joined this company, they told me I had to read. They said my income will match my growth. So I was like, oh, snaps. Let me start reading it. And now I love reading. I started reading books. I used to fall asleep reading books. But now that I know it's growing me, it's going to help me empower others, I'm excited to read. I'm like, ooh, I don't know what to read next. Where I'm going to get my next quotes from?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally hear what you're saying, man, and I feel you on that one, man. Do you think that you didn't like reading prior because of like how schools or like they like force you to read certain things? So do you think like that kind of was like it?
Yeah, because they always make you read corny books, man.
It's true. Unfortunately, it is unfortunate.
And they didn't teach you about the personal development books. They like. When you do a book report, it's like read this book. And I'm reading a book about a story about someone I don't care about.
Right.
You read a personal development book, it's a book about you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's like I love reading books about me. It's like, oh, I could do this? What?
Right.
So if they told me that back in school, I probably would have been way further ahead. I would have been read Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Man. Those game changers right there.
What's my favorite book? The 12 Universal Laws of Success by Herbert Harris.
So that's your favorite book. I was gonna be my next question. What's your favorite book? Well, what is it? Say it again.
12 Universal Laws of Success.
Okay, who's that by?
Herbert Harris.
Herbert Harris.
It's actually kind of set up like a school book. After every chapter, it has like 4 questions that you ask. It teaches you how to read a book. It teaches you to read, kind of.
Okay.
How to really suck in the information. Like I never really thought about it. He said inside the book, he talks about how you should, before you read the book, you look at all the chapters and you write down on a piece of paper what you think the chapter is going to be about. And then after you get done reading the chapter, you write what it actually was about. And now you had what your thoughts on it, and you have what you actually got from it. So you go with, instead of just reading a book and just trying to guess what the next thing going to be, you can just be like, oh, I think this chapter is going to be about this. This is what you're going to talk about. So now you're looking for key things that's going to help you grow. And now you're reading more intensely with a purpose. So you have more purposeful reading.
That's a neat tip. I'm going to use that one right there.
So, yeah.
So what are you reading right now? Come on with it.
It's called, what is it called? I forgot the name.
Oh, come on.
I wish Dan was here. It's Dan's book. Don't tell Dan. I was supposed to get back to him. It's a sales book. Story selling. The art of story selling, I think.
Okay.
Story selling. I know that's in the title. I'll text you when I
Yeah,
go.
definitely.
So storytelling is talking about how, basically what people already know, facts tell, stories tell. He's trying to help you develop your stories to make them more impactful when speaking to a client or a person or anybody.
Okay.
So storytelling.
Okay. All right. That's what's up, man. So we're gonna get ready to wrap it up, but let me ask you another question real quick. What was or who played, what relationship in your life do you feel up until this point has made the greatest impact on who you are and where you are right now?
My relationship with my brother, my older brother.
Okay.
Parrish. So our relationship is weird.
Okay.
Because he's the older brother.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the bigger brother, meaning that I'm taller than him.
Okay. All right.
But growing up, I was always, he make a mistake and I don't make the same mistake.
Okay.
I learned from, seeing what other people do.
Mm-hmm.
So my brother did something wrong and make my mom mad, my dad mad. I wouldn't do that. So I was a goody two shoes. He was the bad kid. He was bad with money. I was good with money, so I'm good at saving.
Okay.
And when my dad left, he became the father.
Okay.
When my dad left, I became the father. We both became the father in different ways.
Okay.
So we both grow off each other. So we always piggyback each other. And my brother, he's always liked to read.
Mm-hmm.
So he's my major impact in my life. He got me to working out. He helped me turn vegan.
Wow.
He basically set me on every path that I went on.
Right. How about that?
So, my brother, he's my biggest...
Positive influence?
Yeah, positive influence. Positive and negative influence at the same time.
That's good.
That is. That is. You get the best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah. So, I guess let's leave it off with a final question. You have anything you want to?
It sounded like you had one ready to go.
No, I'm just saying. If you want to throw something in there real quick, while we have this man,
I think
time is valuable.
Yeah, I think a better way is, what do you want to leave the people with? What do you think? Whether it's a quote or a final thought that you want to leave, the people with.
It's funny you read my mind. That's what I was going to ask.
I knew you was going to ask that. I saw it in your eyes. So, the final quote. My final quote to you guys would be, what was that quote I heard? It said, only leave undone today what you could die happily knowing left undone. I think I said that right.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I think
I get the message.
I got it. Yeah.
So I just want everyone to put the most into their todays, so that they can know, if anything happened, they know they live to their fullest and they're not leaving a burden on anyone afterwards.
Right.
And one more thing I would like to say is, stay happy. I'm always happy.
Amen.
You gotta stay happy. People say, how you feeling today? I one time I had a car accident right in the morning, going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Someone came over and hit me, bang, threw me off the road. I could have died that morning. I didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dang, man, that sucked, man. It's like, how your day going? I was like, it's going great.
Right. Yeah.
The car accident. They like, you just had a car accident. How's it going great? I was like, because I if I would have woke up dead, I would have been upset. I would have been real upset if I woke up dead today. And then after I woke up alive, and then got in a car accident, which spun me across lanes where tractor trailers usually go, and you see deer meat that look like ground beef every morning.
Right, yeah.
But I didn't get hit by one of them. And I'm still able to walk around and do everything. I'm so happy.
Right.
The only way you'll see me unhappy on the day is if I wake up dead. And then I might still look happy inside the casket. Because I know I did everything I didn't want to leave undone.
Right. You got it all done.
I got everything done. I made sure I talk to someone every day. I made sure I put some energy, give some positivity to someone every day. So, I empower people every day. So
that's what's up, man.
I gotta say
that's what's up, man.
Go believe.
Yeah, go believe. So so if anybody's looking for you, they want to learn more about you, how can they find you?
They could catch me on my corner Lord, you know what I'm saying? See me on the strip, see me on the streets. Alright, no, they can actually find me on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Okay.
Khalil Jackson.
Okay.
KAHLIL JACKSON. You can also find my page on Facebook and on Instagram and on Twitter. It's Mr. Residuals. MRRESIDUALS.
All right.
Follow my page and you'll be sure to learn something every day.
There we go, man. Well, listen, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out, having this interview, sitting down with us, sharing your story. And thank you for what you do. Just going out there and empowering others, man. That's such a powerful thing to be able to do that and to be passionate about doing that, because, in today's society, it seems like, well, it's not just today's society. It's been throughout time, but, it seems like that scarcity mentality, really takes over a lot. And it's weird. I was listening to something today. They said they did a study at Harvard. They asked these students, if you could, they gave them two options. You could come out of, once you graduate, you can either make $160,000 and the rest of your classmates will make $150,000, or you can make $200,000 and everybody else will make $220,000. Which one would you pick? They were saying 87% of them chose to do the 160, as opposed to, because they're like looking at it as like my win is like, or your win is my loss, instead of being like it's abundance enough for everybody out here. Isn't that? And these are supposed to be like, the top cream of the crop, man. So, what you're doing is important, man. What you're doing is important, especially for the youth, man.
It's cutthroat out here in this world.
Yes.
I appreciate you for having me on this show.
Oh, thank you, sir.
And putting this together to help get your message out to people and get my message out to people.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. I appreciate being Quattro.
Ah, look at this guy.
It's a new nickname.
So if I'm ever back on, like Mr. Quattro himself.
I like it. All right, man. Well, once again, thank you. Appreciate it, man. And until next time.
Until next time.
Until next time.